What is poppin', fam? Spanik here, coach of your Alabama Crimson. Oh, wait, nope, not this league. This league, we are not the Alabama Crimson Surf, even though that's my showdown name. This league, we are the Philadelphia Scizors. You see, I'm in a GBA Dream League with a bunch of guys. I league with sometimes. We got together and decided to form another league, a league where we use the GBA coaches' teams and play out their season with their teams. I have Chimpact's team, and he's the coach of the Philadelphia Scizors in the GBA. His team is right over here. He has Kyron Black, Thunderous Eye, Azu, Fortress, Volcanion, Savali with all types available. So I can bring any Savali type I want to any week. Ditto, Dugtrio, Claydol, Almamola, and Rotomo. My opponent here, my buddy Claps, he has Cooper Kashiro's team, coach of the Utah Jasmine. He has Manaphy, Zapdos, Reuniclus, Hippowdon, Breloom, Darmanitan, Scrafty, Klefki, Cloyster, Comfey, and Swellow. The yellow highlighted mon is the Z Captain. That's the mon that can only use Z moves. So I can only bring Z moves on Thunderous, and he can only bring Z moves on Manaphy. Which, as you can see, he didn't bring Manaphy. The threat is not here, but he's got two threats I was very afraid of this game. Breloom, Darmanitan, actually three. Breloom, Darmanitan, and Swellow. Swellow could really do work to Chimpact's team here. As can Darmanitan, because Darmanitan is always a threat. It's a nuke. As can Breloom. Breloom is really scary for this team, especially like a bulkier Breloom that could take hits from things like Thunderous and even Kyurem to an extent. Because fighting Stab really hurts this team. Let's get right into the team. See what I'm bringing against Utah Jasmine this week. Who knows? Maybe give some ideas to Chimp. I know, I'm kidding. By the time this game has been uploaded, he already probably played his game against Coop. Because I'm recording this on Saturday, and his game goes up on Sunday. So he probably already played. I'm bringing here leftovers Volcanion, offensive leftovers Volcanion, with Steam Eruption, Haze, Toxic, and Fire Blast. It's essentially my Manaphy counter. The fact that he didn't bring it kind of makes Volcanion expendable, but it could still help with Reuniclus. I have Kyron Black here. A bulkier Kyron Black set with enough speed to outspeed mid-speed Zapdos. That way, like in case he brings bulky Zapdos, I could outspeed and nuke it with a Ice Beam. I'm not sure if I put leftovers at E-Belt. I think I put E-Belt. I have Ice Beam, Shadow Ball, Earth Power, and Roost. Earth Power for Klefki. Ice Beam hits Breloom, hits Swellow. Could hit Zapdos as well. Earth Power, Shadow Ball hits Reuniclus. I was thinking maybe Shadow Ball sub, but I wanted Shadow Ball for Reuniclus in case he tries to Calm Mind up. I have Savali with the Dark Memory here, and it's a Breloom Lure. Breloom Lure Savali right here with the Dark Plate, because Mach Punch would destroy my life. But I could live one, and I'm packing Air Slash on this Savali. So that way, like in case he switches in Breloom, on like a potential multi-attack Dark on the Reuniclus. I didn't bring multi-attack. I have Pursuit, Parting Shot, Heal Block, and Air Slash. Air Slash for the Breloom, Pursuit, the Pursuit Trap for Reuniclus. Heal Block could even work in Reuniclus, so he doesn't recover up. And last Parting Shot is for momentum. Plan with this was to Pursue Trap Reuniclus, lure in Breloom, and Air Slash it, because I have enough speed to outspeed a Jolly Breloom. We have also Dugtrio here. Plan with Dugtrio was to trap his potential Scarf Darmanitan, because without Darmanitan, Thundy could just sweep. Because I didn't bring Thunder Wave on Thundy. I will get to the Thundy set in a bit. My plan was to trap if he brought Scarf Darmanitan, which he does end up bringing, lock it into a move, go into my Sash Dugtrio, and be able to kill it with an Earthquake. Utility Fortress here with, I think I have Rocks, Rapid Spin, Volt Switch, and Earthquake. Another mon that could potentially do work to Darmanitan. I'm sturdy, so I could take a hit from Darmanitan and just click Earthquake and blow it away. And the last mon, Nasty Plot Thundy. If he didn't bring Hippowdon, so this thing could really put in the work. I have HP Flying, Thunderbolt, Taunt, and Nasty Plot. This thing could just set up on Klefki, and if he brought Scarf Demanitin and it dies, it just sweeps his team. So yeah, that's my team. Let's see how this battle went off. I led Dugtrio here, predicting the Demanitin lead, because Demanitin's a pretty solid lead. It could do a lot of work to a lot of different things. But as you can see, he decides to predict that lead and lead Reuniclus. So I just go right into Savali, trying to get this plan off right away. And it does work out for my benefit. I'm able to pursue the Reuniclus as he brings in the Breloom and I'm able to kill the Breloom right away with an Air Slash. That's really well for me. Breloom is a giant threat to my team, and that thing is eliminated. A Scarf Breloom could potentially stop a Thundy sweep late game. He could potentially spore my Fortress or Kyurem. And getting rid of Breloom early is a godsend. But here he just goes into Swallow and U-turns. I stay in because I think I go for the parting shot here. Yeah, I do. On the Darmanitan. And I just go into my Volcanion. That was kind of a misplay on my end. I maybe should have went into my Dugtrio. I was considering the Dugtrio, but I didn't want my Sash broken by a U-turn, which he probably would have went for there. Because I was still scouting to see if he scarfed Darmanitan. The fact that he switched out there made me think, yeah, he probably is scarfed Darmanitan. But he goes into Zapdos, and even without Spec, Zapdos still takes a ton from a Steam Eruption. So I pull a switch into Kyurem. Kyurem's my dedicated switch into Zapdos, because I could take anything from this Zapdos. And he pulls a switch into his Klefki, as I go right into Thundurus, and the plan was to set up on Klefki, and I'm about to do that here. I set up a Nasty Plot on the Klefki, because he cannot touch my Thundurus at all. The worst thing you could do is set up spikes. He switches into Zapdos. I should have Nasty Plotted here again. Actually, maybe that wasn't the play. Because if I Nasty Plotted there again, he could have just Darmanitan just revenged me anyway. So I stand by that play to T-Bolt there. I go into Volcanion because it's useless. I need to play Pick My Sack, and I chose to sack the Volcanion. So I could get a free switch into Dugtrio and be able to take out this Darmanitan. And now the path is looking quite clear for a Thunderous sweep. Dugtrio is able to kill the Swellow. And now the plan is set. I go into Thundurus on this. I go into Savali on the Reuniclus, actually. I just Parting Shot to lower its attack. Go into the Thundurus. And now it's time to just win. Nasty Plot here. He goes into the Klefki, giving me the Nasty Plot. And now I'm able to Nasty Plot again as he tries to switch into Reuniclus because he's a generated Reuniclus. He wants that more health. He lives, gets parried, but it doesn't matter at all because I'm leftover Thundurus. I'm still able to take a hit from this Reuniclus. And he goes down. The Klefki's going to come in now, and it's going to go down to a +4 Thunderbolt. And that's going to be the game. GG collapsed. It was a hard-fought battle, but Savali didn't really get into your head. The only thing Savali did was able to kill the Breloom. Thundy was a giant threat to your team, and the fact you didn't bring Hippowdon just left the door wide open for it. Yeah, Swellow was a good bring. I'll give credit there. Darmanitan also was a very good bring. But the fact that Thundy just kind of did work to the team in general. And the only answer Coop has really for Thundy is Hippowdon, which he didn't bring. So GG on that. Hopefully Chimp can pull out a win against Kupikshiro, just like I did. In the real GBA, that battle will go up tomorrow. So be sure to check out Chimp and the real Philadelphia Scizors as the Philadelphia Scizors here pick up a nice 5-0 win to start off week 1. And Hispanic out. Next week we play the Florida Gators. So I'll see you guys then.